that we need to continue to stand strong to defend everybody's rights and freedoms.
Good morning, everybody. How you doing today? Hey, another beautiful day out here at Trout Lake. Got a little bit of a mist happening, but I think that's due to forest fires that are around the area. Still a beautiful day. Anyway, so while everybody's talking about Mr. Johnson and the NDP, I'd like to talk about that one. But honestly, I want to talk about something people are not talking about. And this is what I always try and do. I always look for I look for this peripheral stuff that isn't getting noticed. Okay? And I'm constantly looking for that kind of stuff. So, as much as everybody's talking about Johnson, and I really want to talk about it, I figure it's covered enough. You don't need my 2 cents in there as well. So, I found something else to talk to you about. And that is back to military stuff and hypocrisy of Trudeau. You see, back in, I do believe it was 2013. 2013? Might have been even sooner than that. Stephen Harper signed a deal to replace our aging Air Force CF-18s with the F-35s. And Trudeau, as opposition at that time, he had a meltdown over this. And he says, no, we have to put it to an open bid. You can't single source it to anybody, da-di-da-di-da. We have to open bid it. And he campaigned on this in 2015. And sure enough, when he got into office, he canceled the agreements that we had for the F-35. And well, he put it to an open bid. And what was it? Last year, he finally signed off to get the F-35. That's like 9 years later. We could have already been replacing our fleet by this point. But no. We had to open source it. There's 2 Canada geese chasing a duck. The duck said, screw that, I'm not part of this group. Anyway, Trudeau said, no. Got to open source it. And he did it. 9 years later, he ends up signing the same deal. But we lost a lot of jobs during that time. And if you remember, under Trudeau, he's always talking about, Canadian jobs this, Canadian jobs that. Well, under the deal with Harper for the F-35, there were to be Canadian jobs in part of the development of creating the F-35. That was actually part of the deal, which we, under the new deal that Trudeau has signed now, I don't believe we get the same jobs. All we get is just the jets and the normal maintenance training and such for those jets, rather than part of the, development project. We being part of the development nations. So Trudeau's always fighting for Canadian jobs. Well, it's come up that the Canadian, what's it called now? Surveillance aircraft need to be replaced. And Trudeau has decided that, you know what? We're going to go with the Boeing P-8. I do believe it's called. We're going with Boeing. That's it. It's done. It's said. It's done. Well, he didn't put it to an open source or open bidding. He didn't even take into account that, maybe there are other options out there, with development of technologies and such. So a Canadian company, well, sorry, a contingent of Canadian companies have put together, okay, an aircraft manufacturer based in Canada, Bombardier, a weapons systems, or no, I can't remember exactly what General Dynamics does, but they do something for the military equipment as well. I do believe they do all the electronics within the military equipment. I think it's for their helicopters, maybe for other things. I can't remember now. There's so many details in my head right now that I want to get to rather than this. General Dynamics, Bombardier, and I believe it was Raytheon who does the radar stuff, said that they can build a plane equivalent to the Boeing plane, but built here in Canada. Built on a state-of-the-art chassis rather than a 1970s chassis, and to meet all the all the specs that the government requires of this, they can do it. And it's all Canadian. And it's the Canadian jobs, it's the Canadian economy, it's Canada. Don't shit on me. Sorry. Well, we all know the Newfie Air Force. Oh no, that's seagulls. Anyway, so with Trudeau's constant on about, trying to save Canadian jobs, why is he outsourcing this to Boeing when we can do it right here for ourselves? Looks like a giant W. Welcome to the Fringe. Welcome to the Fringe.
I'm with you.